I'm here in Rynne this morning in County Clare, and it's a very wet and windy day out, but I'm joined by Peter Casey, who is Games Development Administrator for County Clare in the GAA. Peter, good morning, thanks for being here.
Yeah, welcome to be here.
Peter, you're here in Rynne this morning doing your work. Could you just fill me in a bit of what type of work you do?
Yeah, I'm in Rynne school this morning, so a lot of my work from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock 5 days a week is in primary schools, where our aim is to coach every single child in every single school in Mid-Clare. That's my region. So yes, I would have been in Cloughley School. We would have taken every child in Cloughley School, and today I'm in Rynne school at the moment and moving on to another school afterwards. So we usually take the full class of somewhere up to about 30 children, 35 children, and up in Rynne this morning. Luckily, they have a lovely building with a lovely hall, nice warm conditions, and nobody's getting wet and there's no hardship in it, you know. So we take the children there and we put them through a program of fundamental movement skills through hurling. So they develop the essential skills that they would need to play hurling later. Running, jumping, throwing, agility, learning the basis of catching, and learning how to use their bodies well, and learning how to use equipment like a hurling and a ball and stuff like that. But the most important thing in the whole lot is that it's totally inclusive, and whether a child plays with a club or doesn't play with a club, they're treated equally. And the program is ran in line with the PE curriculum. So we're welcomed in every single school. All the teachers love the program, and we get really good engagement from the teachers as well.
Yeah, well, that's great that every child gets the chance. It's not you're not just picking the cream of the crop, and everyone gets a shot at it. Boys and girls, I presume.
Boys and girls. Well, like the primary school curriculum states, 100% of the children, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So we have to be faithful to that.
Yeah.
And whatever we're doing then has to ensure that all children, be they male or female, or be they from a really sporty background or not, and whether they have a form of disability or not as well, if they're part of the class, they take part, and we've got to tailor our sessions then to accommodate. So we'd have a lot of children in different schools that would have both physical disabilities and intellectual disabilities as well.
Yes.
You know, often we'd have children now in wheelchairs, and we'd have children who would have severe physical disabilities that are poor motor skills, and then things like dyspraxia and autism and all these things as well. So, you know, we do our best. We work in conjunction with the teacher. We take the advice of the teacher and the special needs assistants then that work in the schools as well.
Yeah. The parents must be delighted with this, because we're in an age now where computers and laptops and phones and we all use them, like, but it's you know, for parents they must be delighted that the physical activity in the school and get them into that at a young age.
I was in East Clare now for the last 7 years. This is my first winter now in the Mid-Clare region. And what I find driving to East Clare, that you're turning on the radio, there'd always be something on about obesity, you know, inactivity and obesity, and really high levels of obesity. They say that there was 40% of children, primary school children in Ireland at the moment are overweight, and 20% of children in Ireland are obese at the moment. Yes. But I wouldn't have seen that in the rural parts of East Clare, and I haven't seen it in the rural parts of Mid-Clare either since I came here. I think that we're bucking the trend. I don't think we're seeing much obesity at all. Our children are active, and parents do like to be active. The schools, the school teachers and the school principals are really conscious of this as well. And you do hear in some areas that you know, that children aren't allowed to play in schoolyards, or they're not allowed to run or stuff like that. That's not the case in this part of the county. Where, you know, teachers are very, very conscious of activity and ensuring that their children get enough physical activity in the week. Yeah. And, you know, things like facilities then help as well. You know, schools that have good halls, they can run really good PE programs. Yeah,
so that's good news, very good news indeed. And the GAA, like, you probably don't get the credit you deserve for what, you know. If I'm around Rynne in the morning here down in Kilmaley, all the time I'm seeing young fellas with hurleys and footballs and whatever, like, and they're on the go the whole time.
Well, I keep saying myself that the GA, we're not like any other sporting organisation, because we're totally community based. We're
Yes.
for every child in a parish, and like professional sports cannot do that. Professional sports are looking for the next superstar, the next person who's going to sign a professional contract. Even though we have loads of children who want to hurl for Clare and would love to play at a high level, and they have that dream, and it's brilliant to have that dream, we have to be true to the roots of the GA, which is providing an opportunity for all our people in all our parishes to play. And that's probably easier in small parishes than it is in big parishes. In the big urban centres where there's only 1 or 2 GA clubs, and a huge population, it's hard to get everybody over to your club. But I think we have an awful lot of good work. We're doing an awful lot of good work, okay? And a lot of it goes unnoticed, as you know yourself.
Absolutely,
and we're probably not brilliant at publicising exactly what we're doing, but still. At the same time, I'd be happy that the people who are really important here, the children and the teachers and the parents, they know that.
Absolutely. Just wondering, the underage managers now, would they be asking you like who to look out for? Would you be tipping them off on a future minor star maybe?
They might ask, but look at. The thing changes so much. I know how many times we've seen maybe the best fella in the Clare under 14s and he doesn't come through to minor, or a fella you think is really good at 10, and then someone who's really good at 14 could be really good at 24. You don't know either. The whole thing keeps changing. I suppose our philosophy really is to keep the net as wide as possible at a young age, right? To try and keep as many as possible playing. And if our coaching structures and our structures in our clubs and our counties or development squads are good, a certain population will come through, a certain percentage will come through playing at a very, very high level. You'd be hoping for players, right? But I think myself, the worst thing that could happen at times is that a fella gets too much attention when he's young. There's too much made of a boy or something like that, and next thing, he's a marked man. Hurling doesn't become enjoyable for him anymore. He goes out, maybe he's 2 people marking him on the day of a match, and sometimes somebody coming through, like you look at Rynne now, he's been called onto the Clare senior panel, and when the Clare under 14 panels were being picked, there was 2 bus loads went to Waterford. 48 players went to Waterford to the Tully Forest and the Sunny Watch, and Rynne was not on that bus. He wasn't on the top 48, and now he's come through and he's on the senior panel, and who knows, he's still only a young fella, he still has a lot of developing to do, but I think that's a great story for people to hear that this isn't about being brilliant at 10 or being brilliant at 12, but still at the same time I think there's a huge skill out there. There's a lot of really, really good young fellas, and they've got really good coaching in clubs like here in Inagh Kilnamona. And you'd be just hopeful that they'll keep enjoying the game, and if they do, then they should develop.
Yeah, I think that's what Michael Hughes had in mind, and all inclusive, so everybody could play the game, and that's what you're doing, and that's keeping the ATS alive and keeping the GA healthy. As you said, probably a lot of people don't realise this, what's been doing, like what the work you're doing. I found it hard getting up this morning because the wind was blowing and there was thunder and lightning. I have a feeling you find it easy to get up in the mornings with your job.
Yeah, I do love the job. Yeah, I do love the job, thankfully, because if I didn't, it'd be hard to do it, Yeah. But I get great look at. There's a girl from Kilkee called Mary Taylor, and she was helping me today, and she comes at the moment volunteering to try and be a better coach. She gets no money. She gets. She has to drive up on her own and back down again, and she's doing it, as a volunteer. I get a day's wages out of it, and I'm getting that everywhere. I had people with me yesterday, and people with me Monday and Tuesday as well, and I had somebody with me again tomorrow, and these are all volunteers. And then the volunteers that are in the clubs, the club chairman and the coaching officers and the fellow who takes under sixes, and the parents who go down who have never played hurling before, and they just get involved. That kind of keeps you going, because their effort is what keeps the whole GA going. One paid volunteer or one paid professional wouldn't be able to keep the whole thing going.
Yeah. Peter, I'm going to have to leave it at that, but I'm really grateful for you to come along this morning, and I'm really happy now because I didn't really know myself, and I'm a GA man. But I know our young hurlers and our young camogie players and footballers, they're all in safe hands. Like when they let you going around, you're doing a tremendous job, better than I had actually anticipated. So, Peter, well done, and thanks for coming and
Thank you very
speaking
much,
to us.
Nicholas. Thank you.